Okay, Gerald. I've got the buckets filled up with the soil I made yesterday, which is 2 cubic feet of Miracle Grow garden soil and a half a cubic foot of sand. So that gives it 4 to 1. So that's 20% sand, and it really helps with the drainage. It helps the soil not compress as much, because it will still compress. This will start out a little bit higher, and it'll end up a little bit lower than this at the end of the season, just with daily watering and stuff. 5-gallon bucket, got plenty of drain holes drilled in it all around the bottom and in the bottom right here. So make sure you don't set it on something that's going to seal it, because otherwise the bottom will fill up with water and you'll get root rot. And then I've got right here, I've got a 1/4 inch hole drilled, and the 1/4 inch line for the drip head is going to poke through here. So that's the bucket. Now with the soil, we're going to fertilize the top couple inches, and this is the fertilizer mix that I made the other day, which is chicken poop, blood meal, bone meal, and a little bit of Epsom salts. So we're just going to take a good 2 handfuls like that and just work it into the top few inches of soil. I wouldn't worry about getting it all the way down in the soil, because as you water it, we're watering from the top. It's going to carry all that stuff down and the roots will find it. So we're going to dig us out a little hole to put the plant in. Okay, here is one of the, this is one of yours, by the way. So keep that tag, I'm going to need that. Oh, almost forgot something. On the bottom of your hole, take just a little bit of Epsom salts. Just kind of sprinkle it in there, and that'll help them get established. So, and I'll get a good picture of it and send it to you, but the planting depth, there's a line where it's like a brown woody stem, and where it hits where the cotyledons were, it makes a break, and it goes from like brown woody looking, almost like a thorn, a rose stem or something, and it's got that woody look to it, and then it'll just be like green and tender after that. So that line, and it's on all the plants, that's where you want to get the soil up to. Big chunks like that, you want to get those out of there. Pack that soil in there a little bit, not real super tight, just enough to stabilize that root ball that we just dropped in there. And this is what I've been doing for the last 4 years, and it's served me pretty well. I mean, a lot of guys lost a ton of plants last year with the heat, and I didn't get the production I wanted, but they still stayed alive and stayed healthy, and then as soon as the weather cooled down, they just exploded. So like I said, I know other people are a lot more clinical with the stuff they do, but like I said, this has served me well. Okay, and that's pretty much it for that one. And eventually, when this starts getting a little bit taller, what I'll do is I'll take like a big green tomato stake that's about 5 feet long. I'll stab it down in here, and as this starts getting heavier, it gets taller, it gets heavier, and it'll start swaying. Especially, springtime is coming up, storm season is coming up, and so the last thing you want to do is put a lot of care into these plants and stuff, and then you come home from work and you're in a mad frenzy trying to save them, and it's too late, and that they're all snapped over, and and all that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I showed you the fertilizer. I showed you the soil. I showed you the buckets. How I drop them in there, fertilize the top few inches of soil, and that's it. And then I'll give these about 2 weeks to get established, and then we'll start liquid feeding. And then I've got 32 more of these to do, so that's going to take me a good couple hours at least, and then I'll get them all lined up on the shelves and stuff like that, and then we'll start reconnecting the irrigation. And I actually bought another one of those solenoids and stuff, so I'm going to do a third zone for the vegetable garden, for the carrots and onions and beans and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, only got 32, I think. Yeah, 32 more to go. Woohoo!